So I am Jessica Alstrom.
I am Amber Cousins.
And we own and operate Transcendence Wellness Centers, and we also are responsible for the Quantum Life Community on Facebook, which is a global coaching forum. And we are life coaches, intuitives, mediums, spiritual advisors, prophets. We're a little bit of everything, and what we're doing is we're bringing kind of the spirituality to everyone's lives in the different formats. And so what we decided to do is we get tired of teaching, so we decided that we're going to really make fun of this process and dive into some of the real challenges that spiritual people deal with. And the first thing that we're going to attack today is dating, because
that's a major challenge.
And we both happen to be single right now, so we both made every mistake in the world, apparently. And if anyone is an expert to teach, it is those who have made the mistakes and learn to love themselves regardless. So
we're badass
so we're losers and we're winners. And so what we're going to do is we're going to shoot 3 videos, and this is going to be the segment of many videos to come, and we're going to be talking about everything from dating to money problems spiritual people find themselves in. We've got our mascot, little Mr. Bingley here, who's chewing up our set. And he's our new emotional support dog, because apparently we can't find a man. So
this is gonna be our man.
This is our man. And I'm going to do kind of a channeled follow along of this, which means I'm going to bring in my guidance, and I'm going to turn it into what we're going to be making fun of. We're going to direct it into some teaching, so that you guys actually have some viable tools once you read the videos. So we decided that we're going to make 3 videos, and the first video is going to be about the 3 biggest mistakes that spiritual people are making in the dating world. So conscious dating and what that looks like. It's like, ugh. And this will also go into conscious relationships, because believe it or not, the same mistakes that you're making in the dating process, you're continuing to make in your relationships. Mm-hmm. And so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about all 3 of them, and then we're going to go into the first one, and we're going to talk a little bit about it, and then we're going to give you some solutions on how to stop making this mistake. And eventually, we'll get this right too. High five. Okay. So
that's the plan.
The first number 1 mistake that conscious people make in dating is they settle.
Yes.
Okay? They settle. It's like you're finally awakened, you know who you are, you know what you deserve, you're knowing more and more of who and what you're interested in, and you look around and your pickings are slim.
Yeah, but the question is, what is settling? How do you know when you're settling, right? Well, if you have, what do you call them, non-negotiables?
Deal breakers?
Deal breakers. I don't know why I can't remember that. Mm-hmm. Anyways, if you have deal breakers and you're just like, yeah, but he's really hot, so I'll just forget the fact that my deal breaker is that he's
made that mistake.
Yeah. that I don't want to date anybody that smokes, and he happens to smoke. I'll just forget that because he's really hot, and who knows? I mean, Mm-hmm. Maybe we could be happy together forever.
Yes, and the reason why settling is the biggest mistake that we make in conscious dating and in relationships is because the universe is watching everything that you do, say, and be. So if the universe is watching you settle, then you're basically telling the universe, this is who I am. I am someone who settles. And therefore, their lesson in that, because we love all these spiritual lessons, don't we? We're so tired of them. Is we say, well, okay, here I am, this spiritual person, and this girl kind of fits into my world, right? Kind of. Or he's super hot, or he's got a good job. And you are this multi-dimensional, wonderful big being of light who is now settling for crumbs. And the universe is observing you and responding to you, back to you, who you say you are. So the character that you tell the universe that you're playing is the characters you get to play with, which means that once you've decided that you're going to settle, then you're going to go through that pattern of lessons. So guess what you're going to get? You're going to get a lot of people that you have to settle for. And so what does settling in dating look like, Amber?
Well, how much time do you have? Because I got lots of stories.
We are
to
pros
share.
at settling.
Well, my example that I just gave about smoking, I made that exception.
Uh-huh.
And
did it bite you in the ass?
Yeah. Kind of.
And it wasn't because he smoked, but it was because you settled.
Yes, it wasn't, the smoking wasn't the thing that broke the relationship,
Right.
but it was a part of that person's particular personality, and ultimately the relationship didn't work out. I'm not saying that the whole relationship didn't work because of that, but you know.
Well, let's be honest. If you're settling and saying yes to no to that, what else were you saying yes to?
Right.
Because it's a fine line of layers. Because if it ends up being a spiritual lesson for you, then it's going to be layers and layers and layers. And so finally what happens as we settle, we start to lose something called confidence, don't we?
Yes.
Because as soon as we negotiate with our own truth about ourselves, we lose the position of our dominant creator. We are no longer the creator of our reality. We've shifted into this like co-starring role or this extra role. We are no longer like the hero of our own story as soon as we've settled. Because now what we have to do is we have to start saying yes to things that we'd normally say no to. Which means that we have to start giving part of our own self away in order for that relationship to even sustain.
Right.
So the number one mistake that we're making is we're settling. And so the reason why, the most important reason why you're settling is what?
Because you don't love yourself.
Well, of course, but we're getting to that. We'll get there. That's a very deep, deep part of the onion, Amber. No, the first reason is because you don't want to be alone.
Yes, okay? Yes. Very true.
That you can't find anyone else like you. I mean, hello, I'm a victim of online dating myself, and to find someone who even understands what quantum mechanics is, it makes my pool feel like it's about this big. But and that's the mistake, is that you feel like you have to settle for what's available. But if you realize that you are the creator of your reality, and so what you settle for is basically what you manifest, then even the idea that you're willing to settle will generate the people that you have to settle for. Right? So, and I believe, and I teach this all over the world, is that, you know, open as many doors as you can, say yes to as many things as you can, but never settle. Which means that you're saying yes to the universe, but you're being extremely picky about who you want to be with and share your energy with. And that's why a lot of us conscious people are finding ourselves in relationships that are ending, or we're finding ourselves alone for the first time.
Yeah, I'm alone for the first time.
Have you had a relationship up until this point of your awakening that you didn't settle for?
No.
My case in point. So,
and that's not like a put down to anybody that I've been in a relationship with. It's just my own personal standards. I did not hold them.
Right. And that goes into the second mistake. And so what we're going to do is we're going to end the video here, and I want you guys to really think about where you're settling right now in the relationships. And here's how you know if you're settling in a relationship. You don't feel fulfilled. You're bored. You are having to do things that you don't want to do. You're having to be certain ways that you're not comfortable being anymore. You know, you're not allowed to like let your freak flag fly in this relationship because you have to hide your spirituality because you found someone who kind of gets it versus who's really open to you being authentic.
And don't forget, all of us empaths out there, famous, they have such great potential.
We see the potential. Well, that's the fourth mistake. So we're going to do the top 3, and then we're going to go into the top 5. So we're going to end there and let that kind of marinate with you guys, and then we'll shoot the second video.
All right.